Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, when I tell you it's panic on the Pentagon side, it's really the panic. A panic, a first of the Russian fighter jets that arrived at the gates of the United States from America, who arrived in Alaska, well, at the gates of Alaska, we're going to say so, have turned everything upside down. The Pentagon comes to call an emergency meeting of extreme rarity. All commanders, the AMCSUCs, that is to say all the real military men that America relies on, were summoned to an emergency meeting. Yes, as a result of what happened. Those who have not followed this news, video conferencing is still available on the channel. You can watch it again, you can reread to better understand. That is to say, we are witnessing an escalation between the United States of America and Russia. There is two Russian bombers capable of carrying missiles that were escorted by two fighter planes of the Russian fighters, the Su-35, who escorted the two bombers which went to the gates of the United States of America. America was forced to deploy 9 fighter jets for the escort so that they continued their way slowly. It is at the outcome of this, therefore, that the Pentagon summons an emergency meeting. You understand, so it's very urgent, it's serious. Despite everything that is happening said, everything that is being, in fact, the situation becomes a potato hot in the hands of the United States of America. Since Donald Trump announced that by any means we will have to make sure that Ukraine can recover all of the territories already lost that Russia has had to conquer. Russia has adopted a logic of direct response through concrete actions on the ground. Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, it is from this meeting called in urgency that we are going to talk about in the framework of this geopolitical conference and which relates to this news, extremely hot, international, and burning. Before continuing, for all those who are new around here, this is Robert Théa. I am a teacher, researcher at the Faculty of Science, Legal and Political in the most great university of the Republic of Guinea, General Nana Comte University from Sfonia, Conakry. I am a lawyer publicist, specialist in matters of democracy and good governance. I am the president of the political party Guinean that we call the Party of Citizens in the service of the Republic. I am a declared candidate for the future presidential elections. At the election presidential, I was going to say, in Republic of Guinea. This is my tribune. It's your tribune. I am not a journalist, okay? Here it is my platform for awakening consciousness. Let's go. That was the introduction. For new people, since these lately, we have received a lot of new people. Let's go deep. So, who called this meeting? The meeting was ordered by the Secretary to the Defense American Pages. He ordered the convening of an emergency meeting, which will take place on next week, history of allowing all those who are inside or outside to meet, because this matter of Russia is starting to get very serious. So, as we were saying, the emergency meeting must be held early next week. It will be held at the Marine Corps Base Quantico. So that's in Virginia, south of Washington. And so the participants, who are they? Those who are summoned to this meeting emergency. It's called an emergency meeting because it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned in the meetings, even if that it will take place at the beginning of the next week. That means that it's starting from Monday, and we are today, I think, Thursday. So the participants, these are all generals of the American state, all the Amal Fun, so all the loves of Horan, of the American command, including those stationed abroad, Maranatha, all the generals, all the Amarans, including those stationed at the stranger. So even those that they have sent on a mission abroad, they must fold. This is why the meeting is scheduled for the beginning of the next week so that everyone can go. It's a meeting urgently. America must decide, make war decisions. Yes. So, summoned urgently, the officers did not been informed of the agenda precise. There is no agenda precise that was given, but the meeting was called today, and it is said that it is an emergency meeting, and it just happens after the arrival of the bombers, Russians, at the gates of the United States of America. So, the officers were not informed of the precise agenda, those which highlight the exceptional character and serious about this meeting in the military context. When we calls a meeting and that we do not give not the agenda, we tell you it is urgent. It's about security national. We must understand what it is it's about. And so there have been some statements official. The spokesperson is the secretary to the American Defense that ordered the call for the meeting. Now, Pentagon spokesman Sin Parnell, he confirmed this. He says, the Secretary of War will address his officers increases military at the beginning of the week next. The Secretary of War, they changed the name of the ministry and said it's the Ministry of War. So the Secretary of War will address his high officers military at the beginning of the week next. It means something will be activated following this case very closely. So no explanation as to the reasons exact details of the summons were not provided and did not give. So the timing comes right after the detection and interception of 4 Russian military aircraft off the coast Alaska by NORAD. We talked about it just now, which suggests that this meeting could be linked to this provocation. Obviously, it's linked to that. And so the lack of detail fuels the speculations. Preparing a street post military. Does America want to prepare a military riposte? Or they want to review the system of air defense? Or it is simply a reminder of doctrine nuclear? Many questions arise, but already the strategic issues are that it is a message sent to inside and outside. The interior of the country, it is to recall the unity of military command and the preparation for a major threat which could be Russia. The external addressed a warning to Moscow that the United States takes the incursions Russians seriously and mobilize all their military devices. Yes, this is what that we can say. In conclusion, there are risks. We don't know what will happen, but we will follow this news. Everything that goes into result, we will come back to talk about it here on the platform for raising awareness. So thank you all. I come back soon by the grace of the Almighty with new news. So it was the voice of your humble servant, the Samouraï.